Hey folks, so let's talk a little bit about 2018 and what Fire Breathing Duck has accomplished throughout the year. To really start off, I just want to say sorry about not creating as much content as I usually do. The end of 2018 was a bit busy. We managed to secure a new house, move. I was moved into a different position in project management, and then I applied for and I got a new job within the same company a few months later. So yay! Things have been a bit insane as I've been kind of learning my new position and trying to figure that all out and try and get some games in here and there too. So the tournaments have also been taking a little bit of time away from the channel as well. And what I really should be doing is filming them and really creating content for the channel from those tournaments as well. Yeah, I just dropped the ball in a few areas. So let's talk a little bit about the tournaments and what Fire Breathing Duck has done in regards to community. And thanks so much for everyone that's been kind of tuned in and keeping an eye on the channel while we've been kind of only making content sporadically throughout the last of the year. Talking about the tournaments, June was our second tournament that we've done, and it was pretty successful. It was the first time we actually had a tournament outside of any store or anything like that. So it was definitely a fire breathing duck all by itself kind of tournament. We had about 14 people go out. And we provided a really nice atmosphere. It was at the Legion in Deep River, so we made sure that there was lots of room for people to move around. The tables weren't too tight together. There was food provided in the morning. We actually had a meal for lunch and some snacks and stuff like that, again, provided in the afternoon, coffee and stuff like that as well. And there was actually a bar on site too. So that was kind of nice. Really, what I really like about the location is that it's on the second floor and they've got these huge windows. So there's lots of natural lighting. Yeah, I was really excited about that. That tournament went really well. The September one went really well too. We had a few more people to that one. I think we were at 16 or so. So throughout the year, there was a lot of rushes to try and get as much terrain created as possible. So what we've done in regards to our tournament is we've been able to generate at least 8 tables worth of terrain. And what we want to do next step is start looking at maybe MDF or resin cast terrain and start swapping out some of the more generic looking pieces of terrain for stuff that looks a little bit more along the lines of what you would see at any other large tournament. Although we're still, small scale, we want to try and make sure the terrain's kind of as nice as it can be for the size that we are. With that said, September went really well too. We've been getting people from mostly in the Ottawa Valley as well as Ottawa proper itself, which is really nice. We've got some great people that come up, and it's more of a casual tournament where people are coming in and just having lots of fun. And our player plaque essentially represents that rather well too. Whereas just like any other tournament, we'll have a very specific set of rules and missions. We also have a few pieces that kind of offset the standard mission. So things like twists. You might not be able to do rerolls in a certain game, or you might have maybe a limited range on your weapons and have to roll throughout the different turns for it to increase because of bad weather or something along those lines. We try and add a little bit of a twist or something a little bit different. We also try and take a look at the way kill points and Maelstrom kind of interact with each other. It's not there yet. I've been getting some really good feedback on how to make the player pack a little bit better, and hopefully that's something we're going to be able to do within 2019 is really improve on that. The Christmas party that we had, we were thinking about doing like a big mega battle or a small tournament or something like that. But what we did instead is we just had a games day. So bring whatever game system you want, and we'll provide some food and stuff like that. And we just want to say thank you to the folks that have been participating within Fire Breathing Duck tournaments and the families that are supporting those players too. So we had a great time. People brought board games. We had Batman. We had um, Speed Freaks. We had Fallout. We had a group playing Dungeons and Dragons. So it was a lot of fun seeing some really great people out there and just enjoying themselves. So that was nice. When it comes to games, still continuing with 40K throughout 2018. That was kind of like the primary game. Was focusing mostly on my Dark Eldar and my regular Eldar. I was really focusing on those two. I did a little bit of Harlequin play and a few Space Marine games here and there, although not as much as I'd like. When it comes to battle reports, that has definitely taken a bit of a dip, mostly because I haven't been able to find software I really like with the new phone I've got. But I think I'm gonna go back to the other phone, and because I really like the software that I can get on that one instead. So yeah, personal preference, and that's pretty much why you haven't seen a lot of battle reports. Um, when it comes to the reviews for different units for Craft World, I've been kind of taking a step back from that, but I want to kind of jump in and continue with the looking at the different units and talking a little bit about them. Batman has been a game system that I've really haven't quite figured out quite yet, but I have been enjoying the game. It's been a lot of fun, but it's just I haven't been able to really get my I don't know. I haven't been able to find my groove with it yet. I haven't been able to find the list or army that I really like the best. Although I've been sticking with units that I like as opposed to whether or not the units are good. So that's probably the big detriment there. X-Wing, I took a big break from X-Wing, especially with the 2.0 announcement. And then near the end of the year in 2018, I did jump into 2.0 and wow, they've done an incredible job. With everything in the app now, it's really easy to put together an army and it definitely feels a lot more balanced. They've taken a look at even the maneuver templates, the dials, and they've really made the game a much more really competitive game. They've taken some guesswork out of certain situations, namely the templates and bumping into other ships. How is my ship supposed to face things like that? They've refined barrel rolls and things. They've really taken a look at the pilot skills and refined those as well. So overall, they've done a fantastic job in really trying to make the game better, and they've really listened to players and taken a look at the entire community overall to just make a much better game. Projects. So throughout the year, we've done a lot of just small builds or additions to the various different armies that we have. A few additions to the Harlequins, a few additions to Dark Eldar, a few additions to the Eldar themselves. The nothing really big. We haven't taken on any new armies yet, and probably won't be in the future. I still want to stick to just my Eldar for the most part, but I think we're going to be moving into Ynnari for the next little while and take a little bit of a step back from some of the others that we've been playing a lot lately. I want to give a little bit of attention to my Harlequins too for a little bit as well. I've been really enjoying how they play on the table last year, so I want to try and get a few more games on the table with them. When it comes to terrain, like I was talking about the tournament terrain, I want to look at some more MDF. Um, one of our local guys here has been putting out some really nice MDF terrain, and you'll see a lot of the Dark Eldar stuff that I have is from him, and he's done a really good job. I want to continue that. I want to continue to expand the terrain that we have, and try and make sure that we've got some better stuff, especially when I start doing more uh, live games. I've done them over the past year, 2018. We've done a lot, but I want to really look at getting some better lighting and a better camera over 2019. So we have done a few live games. I should really kind of announce them a little bit more in advance, but a lot of times games are just kind of up and I've got a game, so let's play. Tournament pack. I really took a look at the tournament pack this year and tried to refine it and make it a lot better. I think we've definitely improved it, taking a lot of tips from the Can Hammer team tournament. Um, player pack and really focused on painting. And there's some more adjustments that I need to do because in June some people really abused the the player pack when it comes to painting wise, and I really need to refine that and step it up for September because wow, that was pretty brutal. Anyways, yeah. So in 2019, we're also going to be focusing on the tournament pack and really trying to refine it, getting the kill points to really balance out more with Maelstrom and vice versa. So yeah, so that's pretty much 2018 in review. 2019 is going to continue to go. We've got a tournament in June, which I'm really excited about. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to go to the Can Hammer team tournament like I did last year, just because of dates and conflicts and stuff like that. But that's just how it goes. They're gonna have a fantastic time. I'm really looking forward to hearing how they turn out. We actually I did have an opportunity to go to a team tournament in Sudbury by the Basement Collective. They did an incredible job. I was so impressed. I'm really looking forward to hopefully going again next year. And we actually managed to get two teams out this year, so that was pretty exciting. So. Anyways, with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this and look forward to hearing your comments below and see what 2019 has to offer us. So, with that said, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye now.